Imagine watching 1,000 years of power, blood, love, betrayal, faith, and ambition that unfold in front of your eyes in just one journey. Crowns rising, crowns falling. Kings crowned in glory, others dragged to their deaths. Empires built by the sword, and sometimes destroyed by a single decision. By the end of this story, you won't just know the names of Britain's monarchs. You'll feel the weight of the crown they carried. From the moment the first true king united the scattered Anglo-Saxon realms, the story of England became a battlefield of destiny. Athelstan forged one kingdom out of many in 927 AD, standing against Vikings and rival kings, proving that unity could be carved from chaos. His victory didn't just create England, it created the idea of a nation. And from that moment on, the crown became both a symbol of divine authority and a target for every ambitious rival who dreamed of power. Some kings ruled with wisdom, bringing peace, law, and stability. Others ruled with cruelty or weakness, dragging the country into war, famine, and civil conflict. Brothers fought brothers. Sons rebelled against fathers. Wives and advisors whispered in the shadows, shaping the fate of the realm. The throne was never safe, and no crown was ever truly secure. The Norman invasion in 1066 changed everything. William the Conqueror crossed the Channel, defeated Harold at Hastings, and reshaped England forever. Castles rose across the land, the language of the court shifted, and a new ruling class took control. It was not just a change of king, it was a transformation of culture, law, and identity. Then came the Plantagenets, warrior kings, crusaders, lawmakers, and tyrants. Richard the Lionheart spent more time fighting abroad than ruling at home, becoming a legend of the Crusades. His brother John, remembered as one of the worst kings in history, was forced to sign the Magna Carta, a document that would echo through centuries and shape the very idea that even a king must obey the law. Civil war tore the country apart during the Anarchy and later during the Wars of the Roses. Red Rose against White Rose, York against Lancaster. Brothers turned on brothers, uncles on nephews. 2 young princes vanished in the Tower of London, their fate still one of history's darkest mysteries. And on a muddy field at Bosworth, Richard III fell in battle, the last English king to die by the sword, making way for a new dynasty. The Tudors arrived with Henry VII, bringing stability after decades of bloodshed. His son, Henry VIII, would change the course of religion itself. Driven by desire for a male heir, he broke from Rome, created the Church of England, and married 6 times, 2 wives losing their heads in the process. His children would each wear the crown: Edward VI, Mary I, and Elizabeth I, 3 siblings whose reigns would swing the nation between Protestantism and Catholicism, fire and reform, fear and glory. Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen, presided over a golden age. England's navy defeated the Spanish Armada, literature flourished with Shakespeare, and the country began to look beyond its shores toward empire. But with her death came uncertainty once again. The Stuart kings believed they ruled by divine right, but Parliament and the people began to challenge that idea. Charles I paid the ultimate price. Executed by his own subjects after civil war tore the kingdom apart. For a brief moment, England had no king at all. Oliver Cromwell ruled as Lord Protector, banning celebrations, crushing rebellions, and proving that even without a crown, absolute power could still exist. The monarchy returned, but it would never be the same. power slowly shifted from the throne to parliament. Revolutions, religious conflict, and foreign wars reshaped the balance of authority. The Hanoverians followed, overseeing the rise of Britain as a global empire. George III lost the American colonies, but stood firm against Napoleon. The Industrial Revolution transformed society, cities, and the lives of millions. Then came Queen Victoria, whose reign defined an entire century. Under her, the British Empire stretched across the globe. Technology advanced, and the monarchy transformed from absolute rulers into symbolic leaders of a vast constitutional system. Her descendants would face the horrors of 2 world wars, the collapse of empire, and the rapid transformation of the modern world. In the 20th century, kings and queens became voices of reassurance rather than commanders of armies. George VI stood firm during the Blitz. Elizabeth II reigned for 70 years, witnessing the world move from radio to the internet, from empire to commonwealth, from tradition to modernity. Her life became a symbol of duty, continuity, and quiet strength. And now, the crown rests on the head of Charles III, a king who waited longer than any other heir in history. His reign begins in a world of social change, political uncertainty, and technological revolution. The monarchy he inherits is no longer one of absolute power, but of influence, tradition, and symbolism. Yet the weight of 1,000 years still rests on that single crown. So here's the question for you. If you could meet any monarch from this entire 1,000-year journey, who would it be, and why? Was it the warrior who forged the nation, the queen who defeated an empire, the king who lost his throne for love, or the ruler who reshaped religion and law? Tell me in the comments, because history lives on through the questions we ask and the stories we remember. If you enjoyed traveling through a millennium of power, betrayal, triumph, and tragedy, make sure to subscribe for more epic journeys through history. Turn on notifications so you never miss a story that shaped the world.